What is up, Edison Duelists? This is Dionysus, aka Young Puds, coming at you guys with some more shameless hype beast GigaVise content. Folks, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. This is the recap video. This is the deck list. This is whatever you want to call it for my performance at YCS Providence. So we'll get the big embarrassing news out of the way first. I did not win the event. In fact, I did not even top 8. I did finish in the top 40 with a 5-3 record. So not absolutely terrible, but you know, X3 is definitely not something to be proud of either. So let me take you through the deck list. I'll tell you why I chose to play this list that you are seeing before you and not anything else. Then I'll take you through my rounds, and that will be that. And we'll talk about some insights that we saw from the tournament, a couple things. I will say before I go any further, I met a ton of you guys there. Everyone was super nice. It was really cool to hear from so many of you guys. Everyone had really nice things to say about the channel, and I really do appreciate that. You know, I would be here making these videos yapping into absolutely nothingness if it wasn't for you guys. And because they're fun to make. I have a good time making these videos, and that's really all I need. But then, you know, hearing that people enjoy them, and that really means a lot to me, and I'm incredibly humbled, and I can't wait to go to the next event and see you guys there. So that's probably going to be the NAWCQ in July in Indianapolis. I definitely am planning on being there. And then any RBETs that are in Maryland or New York, I definitely want to go to. I'm looking at YCS Pittsburgh as well. But let's talk about this list. This is pretty much the same main deck that I've been playing on ladder on my main account and coming back to. I've been trying out a lot of different things, but I really like this main deck. I do like the third FERT over main deck MST. Otherwise, this is the exact same main deck that was in the deck list video. And the main deck performed really well. And then the side deck is also pretty similar. I am on Divine Wrath right now. This card is super good in the mirror match. It's a really big turn ender, and it definitely is a little more unexpected. You know, something like a normal discard trap, they kind of have the same capacity to end a turn, but this one is a little harder to play around. It's also very good against Gladiator Beasts because it can stop a Heraclinos. So that was my side deck. I did decide to side 2 Light Imprisoning Mirrors for Lightsworns because that's been really useful here on ladder. And then the 2 Decrees as well. And then the rest of the side deck, of course, are Book of Moons, our Lightning Vortex, MST, and Twister, and 2 DD Crows. I don't have Breaker in here, and I know Breaker's really popular. Here's my thought process on Breaker the Magical Warrior. It's a good card because it can answer Fossil Dyna and it can answer Royal Oppression. But in terms of answering Royal Oppression, you're not just going to Breaker and blind Breaker into to hit a back row to maybe hit the oppression. Like, I want to definitely be getting rid of the oppression, which means that to use Breaker to accomplish that, they already need to have activated it, which means they already have stopped one of my special summons, and they've already gotten some value out of the card. I want Twister, I want MST, because I want them to go oppression, and then I would just want to say chain Twister, and then move on with my life. So it's just a little bit faster, and I do like that better than Breaker. And then I'm also citing in, anytime I'm expecting Fossil Dyna, the 2 Lightning Vortex as well as the 2 Book of Moons. So between that and then also some Mark of the Rose shenanigans, I found that really is sufficient to answer Fossil Dyna. You can also crash with Nettles. I did get hit with Fossil Dyna. I did get hit with Royal Oppression a couple times throughout the tournament, several times in fact, and they were never a lasting problem. I was always able to out it and move on from there. And then my extra deck here, I would make one change. I think I am going to drop the Power Tool Dragon for a Stardust Dragon. Also, next time I enter a big tournament, I definitely wouldn't play the Light Imprisoning Mirrors. I think my side deck would look just a little bit different. One of my opponents that I was talking to afterwards was pointing out that, you know, like at these kind of events, especially once you get past the first few rounds, you're really not facing the same diversity of decks that you might run into on the dueling book ladder. And overall, that was my biggest takeaway from the event, is Dueling Book Ladder is not adequate preparation for the metagame that you're going to run into at an event. Because Edison is such a cheap format, there's really no reason for someone who's entering a UTW at least to not be running something really, really good. Of course, people are going to come and they're going to show up with their pet decks, but the high variance decks, even something like Lightsworns, which is, I think you see it so much on ladder because it's a fun deck to play. It's hitting that kind of gambler's brain kind of thing. So a lot of people are going to run Lightsworns online, right? And so it makes sense. I would probably keep the Light Imprisoning Mirror in my side deck for playing on Dueling Book. But if I was playing at a bigger event, I would want to be doing something differently. So I definitely want to, kind of modify my testing. And I think even I want to play against, a lot of non-ladder games. I just want to, to get out there and just get practice against some other opponents, who are playing serious decks, and I'd like to get more, paper practice, but that's of course tough with living in the middle of nowhere. But I digress. Anyways, so I would play the second Stardust. My opponent, one of the games I lost was a GigaVise mirror, and he was able to win game 1 by playing 2 Stardusts, and I definitely could have done more if he didn't have the 2 Stardusts. So that really showed me the power of 2 Stardusts. And I think it is going to be more relevant than the 3rd Power Tool Dragon, which honestly, like Lightsworns is a big thing that it's going to see. And I'm really not expecting too many Lightsworns. So let me take you through my matches. Round 1, I was paired up against Blackwings. My opponent was super, super nice. I felt kind of bad. He tried to use Solemn Judgment to negate effects that special summon, which of course you can't do. And so, I had to tell him that. And like I said, I did feel a little bad. He probably would have been in a better position if he had played the Solemn Judgment a little bit differently. But, what can you do? It's a big tournament. And we talked after the game, and we were checking in throughout the rest of the tournament. And he was a really cool guy. It was great to meet him. Great to play against him. Yeah. So, but we did end up winning that match. He got game 2, so it did take us to game 3. And that was a fun one. I queue up against Blackwings again for the second match. Solemn Judgment's fantastic there. Look, we can Heavy Storm and then Solemn Judgment, whatever he's going to do to prevent it. I'm feeling good about this. Guess we'll set the bottomless too. Yeah, sure. We'll bottomless that. Easy bottomless. Easy bottomless there. You want to chain Icarus, dog? You want to chain Deck Devi? That's fine. I literally don't care. I literally don't care if you chain Deck Devastation Virus. It's no skin off my back. Like, even if I draw anything that I draw, first of all, if I draw a Dandylion, that's insane. That's just good for us. Anything else, it's a tuner. It goes into the graveyard, and we have Mark DDR. If it's Lonefire goes in the graveyard, we have Mark DDR. I literally do not care that you use Deck Devi there. It does not affect me. And you can't set anything else. What a great position to be in. 1 out of 3. Yeah. Okay. This is a little trickier. Because I show you. Yeah. It's supervised, dog. Man, we could Mark of the Rose and take it. Anyways, so the second opponent was also Blackwings. Game 2, I had a really good read that he was on Gores, and at like early in the game, and then later in the game, I resolved a Heavy Storm, and I was pretty excited. And I attacked into Gores, and he had Gores, and it was a game on the spot. And I also had like Titanial, 3 tokens, and Gigaplant, so it was kind of like, I needed to do something. And maybe I shouldn't have played into Gores. Who's to say? But I did lose that game, and then I ended up losing the match because game 3, I saw exactly 0 monsters the entire game. And, clearly, you guys are seeing it right now. That's something that can happen with this deck. I'll Mark of the Rose. That's fine. So, oh, and now we're just going to Icarus attack. That's annoying. That's annoying, but we'll let it go through. So, round 3, I was paired up against Gladiator Beasts, which I was definitely not happy to see. I was like, man, am I really going to go out like this? Draw no monsters, and then Glads just to take me out. But I was able to get the win against Glads. Game 1, I could establish a board quickly, and that did what I needed it to do. And then game 2, this is the bottomless. Geez, dude, I don't know. I'm just gonna set it and pass. Probably gonna lose this game. So game 2, he gets a Secutor all set up, and he's gonna be able to make a Heraclinos. So I scoop it up because I was really concerned about time because I'm not used to playing under the clock. I was really concerned about time all day yesterday. But then game 3, we're again able to establish a board before he can get set. We have Heavy Storm, and I was able to have the read that he didn't have Starlight Road, so I just like really safely dropped a Heavy Storm and established a board and won the game from there. So that went well. That went super well. 3 out of 3. Okay, it's trap stun. There you go. Look at that. Trap stun. Wow. I think I have to DDR here. And it's bottomless. Okay. So now I need you to not have another monster. There's a chance he doesn't have anything, but Blizzard will do it. That's fine. So round 4, I was paired up against JP Flame. JP Flame from Dueling Book. So that was cool to see someone that I kind of knew from this website, and we had a really good match, and I was able to win that one as well. Take out Divine Wrath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he was playing Vayu Turbo, and that also went to game 3. Then round 5, I was paired up against the mirror match against another GigaVise player. He was on Reckless Greed, and that really did a lot for him game 1. He was able to really just kind of steamroll his way to victory off the back of Reckless Greed. He just had more resources than us, and he had double Stardust, so I was in a position where I could like Goyo to steal the Stardust, and then even though he had the other Stardust, I had Mirror Force, so I could use the Stardust that I took to negate his Stardust, but then he'd Mark of the Roses to get the Stardust back, so Mirror Force isn't going to be good. So that was the end of game 1. Game 2, Divine Wrath really put in work and was able to get us there. So that was fantastic. And then game 3, I opened double Gigaplant, and he goes first and opens combo, and I don't have a Lightning Vortex. So that was that. That's totally something that could happen. I think like maybe there was some like slightly different plays I could have made game 1, and maybe play a little bit better. But like overall, like I'm really not mad at my play for that loss. I think you just kind of have to understand that the GigaVise mirror match, like if your opponent opens the nuts and you don't, like you draw double Gigaplant, like you're really fighting a losing battle, and there's not a ton you can do. And he was really cool, and he went really far. He was X1 until the very last round. So we were hoping to see him top, and he was a cool guy. So shout out to you, Carter, out there repping GigaVise. Very nice to meet you, dog. So now we're X2, and I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to top, but there's always the copium going around. Oh yeah, I heard from the judges that they say an X2 might top, so I was like, well, I'll play it out. I kind of also just wanted to see like what place I could finish in. So round 6, unfortunately, my opponent didn't show up, which was very annoying to get a no-show, because then your tiebreakers are just going to be absolutely trashed, even if you do manage to get the rest of the tournament. There's going to be an X2 who didn't have their opponent's drops, so they're going to have better tiebreakers. But I was, at this point, I was like, well, here we are. 2 more rounds, we'll play it. Round 7, I play against Welladad. and I do a nice Colossal Fighter Armory Arm line to win game 1. Game 2, he sticks a Fossil Dyna, and we're able to out it, but then we're not able to just like completely immediately win on the next turn. And we grind out a little bit more. And there's in a situation where I put double Gigaplant on field, and I equipped only one of them with a Supervise. I wanted to hold the second Supervise because like I didn't have Lonefire access or anything. And he was able to out everything, and if I'd put the second Supervise on it, I might have been in a slightly better position. And then game 3, he had double DD Crow in hand for both of my Lonefire Blossoms, so that stopped my combo again. So he was a good player, he was a nice dude, and we did lose that match to Welladad, and then we played against Blackwings in the final round. And I opened double Gigaplant in the first game, and I'm like, oh geez, we're gonna go 4-4. Like I should have just dropped after X2, you know, and then say I have a winning record at the very least. But we were able to play our way out of it. You know, I like stick a Brute Drago, and you know, we made it work. So that wasn't so bad. Oh, Oppression, nice. That wasn't so bad. So it was a really good tournament overall. The player that was on GigaVise that I lost to, he was playing Reckless Greeds in the main deck, and then his side deck was pretty much the Marcus Carice side deck with the Soul Exchanges, the Mobius, the Vanity's Fiends, and he said it was really good for him all day. And so that kind of got me thinking that, like, you know, maybe that kind of like smokescreen kind of strategy, I'm not convinced Soul Exchange is the way. But I do think there's something to like kind of changing your deck up like a good amount, and maybe making it just kind of like generally better into Oppression, into Dyna. So if you guys saw when I was siding with this list, I had the UFO Turtles in. You know, UFO Turtle is actually really good against Fossil Dyna. You just normal summon, get over it, get over the Fossil Dyna. And then now they have a UFO Turtle to contend with, and they're probably not super stoked to attack into it. They might have to play around a little weird because you're threatening to summon Lonefire. So, you know, I think there might be something there. Let's just set the Mirror Force and pass. We're in a fine position here. Like, we have Trunade, we could go off immediately, but, you know, we also don't need to, so why bother? So, you know, definitely an interesting build. The deck he lost to, this is actually crazy, folks. The deck he lost to was, I like, you're not going to believe it, but the guy was on Gravekeeper Volcanics with no Necro Valley. So he was playing like Spy and Descendant, which basically just seemed to be like just like a really easy way to just like generate a +1, you know? And like I generate a +1, and then he had like Thunder Dragon and discard traps and card destruction. And so like between the volcanic shells, right, and the thunder dragons with the card, so it really just seemed like a good stuff stun control pile where he's just trying to just like survive and slowly go +1. He had like breakers, at least in the side deck. He had Black Garden, and it was a cool deck. It was a cool deck, and it's cool to see something like that do well. So shout out to that guy. If you know, if anyone's gonna not GigaVise out of top 8, it might as well be that. So I don't know. I assume they're playing top 8. They've probably already finished it at the time of recording. But yeah, shout out to that guy. Definitely a cool deck. Definitely cool to see something like that doing so well. So that was the event. It was really fun, like I said. And I had a good time, and just like really like my biggest takeaway, like I said, is like I just need to be playing more in-person Yu-Gi-Oh! And of course here I am, you know, back on Dueling Book for all of this. But it was a cool event. It was cool to drive down there, do the drive there and back. It wasn't too terrible. It wasn't so bad. You know, I realized like a lot of people came from a lot further away. Of course they were staying for like the entire weekend, right? And I certainly wasn't. But nevertheless, you know, folks, it was a good event. It was so good to be like out there playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I saw a lot of my friends from Dream Wizards back in the day. That was super, super rad. That was super, super cool. And you know, and then it was nice to have the drive back like right after, because it really gave me a lot of time to think about the event and think about everything. And I noticed like a big thing that I was doing And this is something that like I want to be. Of course, I'm forgetting until now, but I want to like start like taking like almost like detailed notes on my games, you know, and not just why I lost games, but also like why I won games. And I think that would be really productive because maybe you're the same way as me, but I have a tendency to like really hyperfixate on like all the ways that I lost, you know, and then I'm just like I'm focusing too much on, you know, what's costing me the game. Brain control, dude. I don't know about that. We're gonna negate that. We're gonna have to negate that. I'm sorry, sir, but we're gonna say no. Here comes Catastrophe. We have Mirror Force for that. It's totally fine. What a great position for us to be in. Get out. Get out, dude. Nice. MST over Trapstun for sure. Book of Moon, maybe? Yeah, Book of Moon over Solemn Judgment, the second Book of Moon. That seems good. So I think it's really important to also be like keeping in mind like how you won, you know, like focus on like the situations that like you're winning. And it, you know, like obviously you know how your deck wins, but I think you want to spend time doing both. Because I almost feel like it's like a, you know, like a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you're focusing on all the ways that you could lose, you know, you're gonna lose. You're gonna find them. You're gonna find those ways to lose, and you're gonna lose. So I think you want to be focusing on ways to win as well. I also think that like if you're just in this mindset where you're thinking about, okay, I lost because of this, I need to not do this, I need to not do this, you're gonna play a little timidly. And it's good to be cautious, you know. I'm not saying just like attack wildly into Gores, you know, young punts your way into Mirror Force. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I think that especially with a deck like GigaVise, like there's some times that like definitely call for you to be fearless. Like you want to be making reads and oh, man, that's the other thing. Like that playing in person, it's so much easier to make reads. Like I feel like I'm pretty practiced, you know, trying to make reads here on Dueling Book. Like I'm pretty comfortable figuring out what my opponent is up to and everything. But like getting the same information that I'm used to seeing in this environment, and then also being able to like look at my opponent, like physically look at them, is dog, it's insane. It's insane. It's a whole other level that like I'm unlocking. We get Trunade here. Get Trunade here. And yeah, like it's actually crazy. It's actually crazy. This is Icarus attack. I could be in trouble. What did you get? Main phase 1. You got Blizzard. Oh man, that screams Icarus attack. Doesn't that just scream Icarus attack to you guys? Let's just set UFO turtle. Just UFO turtle. Not expecting this. Not expecting this at all. Yeah, whirlwind. Go ahead. Get your Gale. Get a second Blizzard. He has 2 Blizzards in his hand and already has Gale. Okay, that's fine. UFO turtle. This is great. We'll thin out our deck. Fantastic, dude. Oh, he doesn't even want to attack again. Look at us go. Look at us go. You love to see it. What do you make here? Armor Master? Armor Master makes sense. You have an Icarus attack as well. Oh, and then we're just going right into Dark End. Okay, sure. And that clears out the UFO turtle. That's fine. Like, that's actually completely fine. Because now we can go Hidden Armory. They'll supervise. Oh, dude, that's so unfortunate. That's like exactly what we didn't want to mill. It's exactly what we wanted to not mill. That's okay though, because we can just set Mirror Force here, and then we have Trunade coming, and we have Book of Moon if he wants to be a silly guy and put a Fossil Dyna or something like that down. Blizzard, obviously, I mean, probably just Bryo to bounce my back row, right? But 23, 14, 21, that's not going to be game. And we can always steal a Bryo. I mean, it's probably smart enough to not leave a Bryo on the field, but we'll see. Oh no, I forgot about that. There's a Vayu in there. Is that game? 14, 21. Yeah, that's game. Okay, all right. Good try. GG. GG, well played. Oh, we drew Lonefire next turn anyways. Wow. So if we needed to set the Book of Moon there, but I was sure it was Icarus. What could I say? I was so sure it was Icarus. So anyways, I don't even remember what I was talking about. What was I? You want to focus on winning, not just losing, not play timidly, all that stuff. And yeah, so I think like right now I kind of want to try out some different decks. I also think I want to actually play all the other good decks in Edison. I think there's like I obviously I know what they can all do. I've played against all of them hundreds of times, but I want to get a little more comfortable just like playing around with them. I don't think I should have set Raigeki Break there because we have Gores. I should have just set Torrential. Oh, I definitely should have just set Torrential. Oh my goodness. We're in danger, dude. We're in big trouble. We are in big, big trouble. Let's see, against frogs, I probably wouldn't want UFO Turtle. Ugh, and now Trap Stun? We'll just pass. Yuck. Yuck, dude. At least he's a little slow right now, too. Let's get something going, please. That's the other thing, guys. I didn't play against any frogs all day yesterday. I definitely would have been very pleased to have run into some frogs. But it didn't happen. It did not happen. We'll pass one more time. No frogs. And there were a lot of frog players there. You know, I think that was a little disappointing to run into 0 frogs because I would say frogs is probably my best matchup. Like I would have been stoked to run into frogs, but instead a lot of birds and of course the mirror match, pretty damning. We'll just normal summon Nettles and swing. What do you got for us? I'm gonna set the trap stun. If I need to, I can always like. Okay, it can eat an MST. That's fine too. Zoma the Spirit. What the hell? What are we up to, Rognak? Rognak is always cooking, dude. Rognak is always cooking up the heat, the fire, the fuego. It's a level 4. You can make a level 6 synchro. Why did I think Swap Frog is a tuner? I'm losing it, dude. Caius. Yeah, okay. 18 and then 24. And then, yeah, we're going to Gorz on the 24. You have to. You have to. Draw. Raigeki Break is really nice there. I think we want a Trunade here. Could easily be a Mirror Force lurking around somewhere in there. Compulse on the Caius. Not cool. Not cool at all. 24. 27. Not cool, dude. Not cool at all. I gotta set both. I gotta set both. I need to not lose. And both can prevent me from losing. Doesn't have an MST. Soul Exchange. Soul Exchange. That's fine. Target. Geez. That stinks. Because now we have to... we have to do this. It's terrible. We have to do that, and then we have to Book of Moon. Oh, well, we don't have to Book of Moon the Caius. Because you're under Soul X. And like we had to set the Mark of the Rose because we didn't have anything going. All right. Okay. All right. Maybe I have too many traps. I don't know, guys. Maybe I have too many traps. I don't think we want to bring in the turtles against this deck. That doesn't seem good. I don't want to have bottomless either. Alice. Go for Raigeki Break, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I want an MST. I'll take an MST. Why not? We'll try this. So I think we're just mostly messing around with this. I don't know if this is actually what we're looking at. I gotta say, I really like having Upstart Goblin. Maybe I have to try Reckless Greed again. You know, we got dunked on by Reckless Greed yesterday, so maybe we gotta try that out. This is a easy set Nettles, set Mirror Force pass kind of turn. We'll aggressively use the Mirror Force. Anything he puts down. Okay. We'll aggressively tribute summon the Gigaplant. Is that fine? We'll aggressively activate. I'm being aggressive. Aggressively. Oh, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. Econ, put us in defense. Gnarly. That was a rough crow. Really hurt us. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we're up 1 in card advantage. Flip-flop frog. Not happy to see that. Not happy at all to see that. That's a problem. That's what we call a problem around these parts. Grenade. Not helpful. Gonna hit an armory here. Pick up DDR. Not gonna use DDR right now, of course. But you know, we could at least get back to Nettles. Hey, put your Dupe Frog in defense so I can make an RDA. That's what I'd like to see. Substitute. Here comes Substitute. Here comes Substitute. Getting his Treeborn access set up, both of them. No fear for Soul Release. Soul Release has kind of fallen out of favor. I was a really big Soul Release fan for a while, but not so much lately. Unifrog. Unifrog into Dupe Frog, that's what we were looking for. Perfect. We have to Mirror Force here. Oh well. Don't set anything. Don't set, hey you, don't set anything. Don't set nothing. This is pretty sick. We can go DDR, discard Titanial, special summon Nettles. I don't have a Supervise anymore. What's wrong with me, dude? What's wrong with me? I punted. GG, well played. Yeah, I totally punted there. And we had it coming. No, I gotta switch decks. I was gonna say, you could message me on Discord, and always happy to practice. That's the thing. I'm trying to play less ladder in the coming months and more, um, intentional practice. Let's play. Let's play a little quick draw V. Actually, wait. Where are we on time? Oh yeah. Let's play. Let's play one matchup because I don't know. There's something about UFO Turtle that I feel like it's really it's time for it to cycle back, and I know recruiters are bad. I know recruiters are bad, but I think especially as something to side in versus birds, maybe. I really think it has potential. This is a cool hand. So we could go Sidra, test for Raikou. And if Sidra just trades with Raikou, that's totally fine. Because then we could just set UFO Turtle. And if Sidra clears a dupe frog or something, like a treeborn frog, right? Now we can normal summon Plague Spreader Zombie. And we can make Power Tool. And use Power Tool's effect. What's wrong with this extra deck? No Gothams. Okay. No Mistworm either? No Gothams, no Mistworm? Okay, we need to put Mistworm in this. ASAP. Mistworm needs to be in here ASAP. What are you doing? What are you doing? Pick a lane. That's fine. I don't care. Substitute to your heart's content, my guy. Toad it up. Get toady. Get toady. Get toaded, dude. I like the design of Substitute. I don't know. It's a cool card. It's a very cool card. It's a shame that it's so broken, but I don't know. It seemed so wild to me. When I first started playing Edison, that Substitute was a thing that people were allowed to do. But I don't know. I'm kind of unbothered by it these days. I'm gonna set the Call of the Haunted. End our turn. Yeah, there you go. I like this. I feel good about this. Sure, that's fine. Comes Treeborn Frog. Ryza. That's terrible for us. Actually, no, it's fine. It's fine because you're leaving a right. Oh no, but you freaking dupe frog, dude. All your swaps are in the graveyard, so you're gonna attack it this time, unless you have a Caius or something. Don't have a Caius. Hey, don't have another Ryza either. Jesus. Jesus. And now he can just Caius, target itself, banish, win. Uh-oh. Bad news for us. Yeah. Do Caius banish itself? That's way more... See, look, you can tell that this list is old because it's got Soul Release in it. Man, UFO Turtle is so bad into frogs. Take the Sidras out, take the Plague out. Take one UFO turtle out. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I want to take this list as the starting point, though. I don't know. I think like something a little slower could be like I'm recognizing, like, I'm not trying to say that like it's better. I think it's just like if you guys see what I mean, like I'm going for like a mix up option, you know, because I think like a lot of these decks, like anytime if you have supervised Lonefire, like you can always just get like the broken hands, you know, that are just going to open really good. But oh man, that's really frustrating. But like I don't know, maybe we need to be optimizing around um like having the best possible situation when we don't open. Like we've tried optimizing to open combo as much as possible. And I mean obviously that's been really successful, but I've just like we have a lot of time before Nats. I've got a lot of time to like try stuff out, and I'm just really trying to just like go back to the lab and like, you know, rethink everything and make sure I'm not leaving any stones unturned. And I think maybe like the idea behind this list, and I think what made this list that I'm playing right now so successful was that I was like, I'm trying to be able to play honest Yu-Gi-Oh! Like I want to be able to open combo sometimes and just dunk on people. But then if I don't have combo, I want to be able to play honest Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, and like navigate through that. That was kind of my thought process. I would like to set Dandylion and set Mirror Force. That's what I would like to do. There comes Treeborn Frog. Ryza, of course. Little shit. That's fine. We get our Lonefire now. I don't know. I also remember like this deck. I played a lot of it, and there's such a feeling of like you're just kind of like slowly piecing together how you're gonna win the game when you're playing this deck. Like it's like a slow build up kind of thing, and the gameplay is really fun. So at the very least, I'm enjoying myself while I'm getting dunked on by this Frog Monarch deck. Oh my god, that's disgusting. You're disgusting, dude. Creature swap. Yeah. No reason to Mirror Force right there. That's how I feel. Gosh, dude. Do we just put Titanial on board? For what? Right? For what? And then Ryza just dunks on us again. See, this is why we played the this is how the innovation of what do you call it? The Forbidden Chalice build came about. For like exactly what you're seeing here. So this like slow GigaVise deck just getting absolutely dumpstered on by Monarchs. Well, I can't let you have that, so we have to. You're not gonna bring the Treeborn Frog back again? Guess he's not interested in that. Vanity's Fiend. Yeah. Wow. Welcome to Value Town. Population me. Look at that. That was a good Mirror Force. Foolish Burial. That's okay. I'm not interested right now, but thank you. Book of Moon. Again, I'm positively, you know, satiated. I'm perfectly hungry. I couldn't eat any more now, but maybe later. What do you have here for us? You've drawn another card. You already have a Treeborn Frog on the field. If you would like to do another Vanity's Fiend, I am positively unbothered because I have Book of Moon. Mark of the Rose is the kind of thing that we're looking for here. Mark of the Rose would do a lot for us. Wind Blast is pretty good. Yeah, I really want a Mark of the Rose. Mark of the Rose would go insane. I think we DDR or we Wind Blast here. I'll discard Gigaplant. Put a Dupe Frog back on top of your deck. That's what I'll do. Because I'm not putting Ryza back. We'll take the 24. Can't give you another Ryza. That would be too good. Okay, so here's the Mark of the Rose that we wanted. And by main. I think we want to do something like Hidden Armory. Mill Nettles. Okay. Pick up Mark of the Rose. Then we Mark of the Rose, banish you. No. We banish you. And then we DDR. Oh, yeah, give me your Ryza. Ryza, please. And then we DDR. We discard heavy, because you clearly don't have any spells or traps. We get Copy Plant. And then we swing. Yeah, that's fine. And then we, no, main phase 2. Except Dupe Frog. Did you put another Dupe Frog back in your hand? Oh, no, you put Swap Frog in your hand. Okay, my fault, my fault. We just do Power Tool here, I guess, and try and search. And we're just gonna, like, Power Tool Value Town our way out of this one. Seems pretty good. Alright, DDR. We'll get Mark of the Rose next. Okay, so you're drawing a Dupe Frog, because we put that back, and you're discarding that to special your Swap Frog. Yep. What do you have now? What do you have for us? Light and Darkness Dragon? Yup. That's annoying. Well, at least we can stop you from getting over us. Draw. Dandy. Okay. Standby main. Declare. That. That we used another. That's at 18. Maybe we didn't want to set the Dandy there. I don't know. Go ahead. Battle phase. There you go. Use it again. You're running out of time. You're running out of time. Terrible draw, incidentally, folks. Absolutely dumpster. Terrible. Terrible draw. I'm just gonna pass here. Because like Light and Darkness is just, it's like it's in the way for him right now, right? And we can turn it off very easily. Something like a Power Tool Dragon. Would you look at that? Let me think for a second. I think we Power Tool here, or maybe we Foolish Burial here, because Foolish Burial is doing absolutely nothing for us. So we Foolish Burial, and then we Power Tool, and then we hit an Armory. And just hit the guaranteed supervise. Oh, we don't even have to wait. We can like play right away. And then go. That's a shame that we have Dandylion in hand. That's actually a problem. Then we're gonna have too many cards on our field. We actually have to pass one more time. Oh, that's annoying. We have to pass one more time. So if he leaves the power tool up, we still get one more activation. There's a lot we lose to here, folks. I'm not going to lie to you. There's a lot we lose to here. Think. Oh, that's a bad sign. That's a bad sign. If he's thinking, ooh. I like when people don't think. Oh, hey, he passed. Okay, nice. We drew a second supervise, which means we can't use power tool again. And we're gonna have to discard something we don't want to. But we also have a normal summon, so we'll take it. That goes to attack. Mark of the Rose. Banish Lonefire. Activate DDR. Is there any world where we can discard the Dandylion? No, there's not. Summon Lonefire. Lonefire effect. Summon Lonefire. Lonefire effect. Summon Gigaplant. Activate Supervise. Summon Titanial. Put this in attack. Battle phase. 800. Battle Fader. Yuck. Book of Moon would have been crazy there. Alright. Go ahead. Titanial's crazy here too, though. Titanial does a lot, actually. Very easy to negate quite a bit. Stress in here against our 155 rated opponent. Lad is always a problem. Lad is always a problem. Reborn Frog, second lad? Are we in a 2 lad era? Second lad coming down? I would not like to see that. I would not like to see that. Battle phase. No, we're just gonna... Sure. Take your damage. Lose all your stuff. What do you get back? Ryza? That's fine. Ryza runs over Power Tool. Alright, I'm not emotionally invested. I'm not emotionally attached to my Power Tool. I'm sad to see him go, but, you know, life moves on. Alright. Well, here, I think it's pretty clear what we want to do, right? Question is, can we do it? Giga for Lonefire. I don't know if we can. I don't think we can. It's a bit of a shame. Oh my god. Wait. We go... Okay. Uh... Um... Gigaplant, summon Lonefire Blossom. And then we go... Oh, no, we just have the normal summon. Oh. Yeah, this is easy. Okay, totally overthinking it, because we have Dandylion in hand, so it's not a problem at all. We can just go boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. You know, guys see what I mean? Boom. And then that's game. Easy. He doesn't understand. Yeah, dude, that was it. All right. I can take Heavy Storm out against this guy. Against this individual. I think I want a Cyber Dragon. I think I want a Cyber Dragon. All right, this is fine. We're going to win. We're going to win with Quick Draw V. Our old standard. Hey, we have that Cyber Dragon. Let's see if I really wanted it. I'm going to try and hold Book of Moon for Lad here. That's the plan. Just Torrential. Just Torrential. No, nothing too fancy. You guys know what I mean? Sorry for the long pause. I'm not really sure. Not really sure. There was there's something else that I put in my notes when I was driving home. Of course, my phone's dead right now, so I can't check my notes. Wonder if I could remember what it is. I don't know. You know what's funny about going to in-person? This isn't it. This is something else. It's funny about going to in-person Yu-Gi-Oh events. You get to at YCS Providence, right? At the big convention center, there's always something else going on at the convention centers, like a volleyball tournament or something like that, right? And at this one, the other thing that was going on was a college graduation. So there were people dressed to the nines. There were people, you know, graduating college is a huge accomplishment. This is, you could say, the most important day of a lot of these people's lives, right? And then also, you know what else there is in the event? There's a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, and there's a bunch of dudes with backpacks. Like that's the number one thing that like just stands out to me about a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament is it is a place where there are a bunch of dudes with backpacks. The dupe misses timing. That's fantastic. That was a good torrential, you guys. That was a really great torrential. I don't know. I kind of like set Mirror Force pass kind of thing here. If this was Nettles, I would be much happier. If this was Nettles, we would be in a crazy good position. It's Morphing Jar. Hello. Okay, we're gonna have to be, because see, so I'm of course tempted to just go set one and then set three more and pass, right? But that's too transparent. You have to be a little sneaky. So we're just kind of gonna try and just play cards now. That's fine. See, it's like, okay, yeah, sure, you know. We're just gonna kind of play cards and you know, like let the situation mature and develop naturally, you know. And see what we can get done. Maybe I wanted to normal summon the Gigaplant there over the Cyber Dragon. Probably not. But it's an interesting thought. I can always put Copy Plant. Soul X. Alright, never mind. For Trag. What? That's a little unexpected. Deck Devi. Oh, that's why we're doing it. That sucks, dude. That's really bad because we're on the UFO Turtle Morphing Jar Copy plant build. Oh, that's very disappointing. That's very upsetting. So much for our master plan. Alright. 2 more turns under deck, Debbie. UFO turtle was nice there. Into the trag. Alright, normal swap. That's fine. And the treeborn frog. Sure. We'll take 1,000. Second Gigaplant is not great. Is not great. I will be honest with you. I would like for you to put something onto the field, please. Not a lad, though. Let me be very clear. No lads here. I don't want to see that. You don't see the tribute summon trag too often. A little rare of an occurrence. Sure. He's gonna get to know what it is. The swap in main 2? That's a choice. What are we doing with that? Why are we doing that? Why are we doing swap in main 2? And sending Unifrog? You just don't want to draw Unifrog? Oh, because we want to recycle the Ryza. Okay, that makes sense. And we have Avarice as well. Jeez. Oh, we're just getting dunked on, boys. Just getting absolutely dunked on. This slow-ass GigaVise build does not do well into frogs. Does not do well into frogs. Hey, it's a Book Moon. Wow. I don't know. Jeez. I think I just want another card. Like we could do something now, like maybe like, you know, mark, banish copy, take the swap. That's enough of that. That's enough deck heavy for me. Thank you. Treeborn frog. No, you're supposed to do... Not supposed to do it like that. That wasn't the plan. That wasn't the plan, dude. 2400, yes. Book of Moon Swap Frog. You're not putting Ryza back in your hand. I'm not having it. Not having it. I want that Ryza. You know what I mean? I want it. Okay. So this isn't great, but this sure is what we're doing. Is it good? It's what we're doing. You know what I mean? Like, it's not good. No, I don't think it's good, but it is what we're doing. One, two, three. And we're gonna tribute summon for Gigaplant. And we're just gonna keep making power tool dragons. We're just gonna keep making them. Some have said, young Puds, you're making too many power tool dragons. I say, let me play 4. Let me play a 4th one. Why won't you let me play a 4th power tool dragon? Because you missed. That's the thing. Yesterday, guys, I missed a lot. I think I only hit the successful roll twice on the entire day, and I missed like 6 or 7 times. It's pretty miserable. Pretty miserable. That wasn't funny at all. Is this game 2? Is this game 3? Where are we at? This feels like the longest match. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Um have Gigaplant. Nice. Young Puds, why did you give him Gigaplant? I wanted to encourage him to not drop a friggin' lad on my face. That was the entire thought process. I said, you know what I don't want dropped on my face right now? A light and darkness dragon. That's what I don't want. We need to hit DDR. We need to hit DDR. We did not hit DDR. We just wall up here. What's your set? There's so many terrible things that set could be. I need to attack the set because if it's flip-flop frog, I need it gone now. It's dupe frog. That's fine. That's fine, I say. Very upset. Ooh, I'm steaming, dude. I'm steaming mad. It's a long match. Lad goes pretty crazy here. I need the Power Tool Dragon to survive. The odds of that happening are literally 0. Yeah, literally 0. But that's what I needed. I needed the Power Tool Dragon to survive. Maybe if I hadn't attacked the dupe frog, it would have. But he probably would have banished it with Caius. Or put a lad on the field. I don't know. I think if he has a lad, he puts it on the field already, right? Setting your frogs. You're not supposed to set. That's not allowed. Deck Devi again. Wow. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. I mean, we can play. We sure can play. That's banished. And I don't even think we want to synchro summon. Like, what are we gonna do? There's no Lonefire. I think we just put the other Gigaplant on the field. And then you don't have Gores. Listen here. You don't have Gores. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. You don't have any more Monarchs either. And you certainly don't have a Light and Darkness Dragon. And these are all true statements. You don't have Gores. You don't have Lad. You don't have... What do you have? You have a handful of frogs. You got a handful of frogs. You're just like your father. You know what I mean? Solex. Solex on both. Oh no. Well, you can't attack this turn. You go down to 23. Yep. You can't attack Solex. Can attack. No battle phase. You probably win. You win. Okay. All right. I want to play more Quick Draw V. I want to play more. You know, maybe recruiters aren't so bad after all. I don't want to play any more GigaVise 69. That this didn't work out. This one, not it. I think we want to build off of not Quick Draw 4, Quick Draw V. We're gonna do something with this. We're gonna do something with this, you guys, and it's gonna be amazing. but I'm not sure what it is just yet. All right, thanks for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the recap. This went on really long because that last frog match lasted forever. But, you know, hey, long video today because you got no video yesterday. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We've got a lot of exciting things coming up on the channel. This is an exciting time to be playing GigaVise. The hunt is still on for the first GigaVise win at a major event. When will it happen? Probably Indianapolis, because that's the next event I'm going to. I'll see you guys later. Take care.